Hello, and welcome to the World Activity. Today, we are talking about the top 5 beautiful buildings in the world. Let's start. Number 1. Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. The Taj Mahal represents a unique blend of Persian, Islamic, and Indian architectural styles. Construction of this magnificent white marble mausoleum began in 1632 and took around 22 years to complete, involving thousands of artisans, sculptors, and laborers. The Taj Mahal is not only admired for its breathtaking beauty, but also for its symmetrical design and intricate craftsmanship. The central dome rises majestically, surrounded by 4 slender minarets, and the walls are adorned with delicate carvings, calligraphy, and inlaid gemstones that reflect the richness of Mughal artistry. Set against the backdrop of the Yamuna River, the monument is complemented by vast gardens, fountains, and pathways that enhance its grandeur. During sunrise and sunset, the white marble changes hues, glowing in shades of pink, orange, and golden, creating a mesmerizing sight that has inspired poets, travelers, and historians for centuries. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983, the Taj Mahal is not only a masterpiece of architecture, but also a powerful symbol of love and devotion, attracting millions of visitors each year from across the globe. Number 2. The Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, Spain, is one of the most remarkable and iconic architectural masterpieces in the world, representing both the genius of its creator, Antoni Gaudí, and the devotion of generations who have worked tirelessly to bring his vision to life. Construction of this grand basilica began in 1882, and even today it remains unfinished, symbolizing both human perseverance and the idea that true beauty often requires time and patience. Unlike ordinary cathedrals, the Sagrada Familia is a fusion of Gothic and Art Nouveau styles. But what makes it truly unique is Gaudí's imaginative interpretation of natural forms. Columns inspired by trees, windows shaped like flowers, and facades filled with intricate sculptures narrating the story of the Bible. Every angle of the basilica is filled with symbolism. The Nativity facade celebrates the birth of Christ with joyous detail, while the Passion facade expresses the suffering and sacrifice of Jesus through stark, dramatic figures. Inside, visitors are immersed in a breathtaking forest of towering columns, stained glass windows that bathe the space in vibrant colors, and a sense of transcendence that makes it feel as though heaven and earth are seamlessly connected. Declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Sagrada Familia attracts millions of visitors annually, not only as a place of worship, but also as a living museum of architecture and faith. Gaudí once said that his client was not in a hurry, referring to God, and indeed, the basilica's slow progress has become part of its identity, reflecting both spiritual dedication and artistic ambition. When completed, it will feature 18 towers, each symbolizing a biblical figure, with the tallest dedicated to Jesus Christ, making it the tallest church building in the world. The Sagrada Familia stands as a timeless reminder of creativity, faith, and the enduring power of human imagination. Number 3. Of all the landmarks that define Moscow's skyline, none is more fantastical or immediately recognizable than the Cathedral of the Intercession of the Most Holy Theotokos on the Moat, a name almost as elaborate as the structure itself, though the world knows it simply as St. Basil's Cathedral. This breathtaking confection of swirling colors, intricate patterns, and explosive architectural forms looks less like a building and more like a fever dream from a fairy tale, a frozen firework display permanently bursting from the earth at the very edge of Red Square. Its legendary origin, shrouded in the mystique of Ivan the Terrible, suggests that the Tsar ordered the architects, Postnik and Barma, blinded upon its completion in 1561 to prevent them from ever creating anything to rival its beauty again. A myth that, while almost certainly false, perfectly encapsulates the cathedral's otherworldly and unparalleled nature. Comprising 9 individual, vertically thrusting chapels crowned with wildly patterned onion domes, no two alike, The structure is a masterclass in chaotic harmony. Each chapel commemorates a different victory in the capture of Kazan and Astrakhan, and they are cleverly interconnected by a labyrinth of narrow, dimly lit galleries and vaulted passages, creating an intimate and awe-inspiring interior world that contrasts with its very public exterior grandeur. The vibrant palette of red, green, yellow, and blue that defines it today was a later addition, as the cathedral was originally painted white to resemble the local limestone, with its domes clad in gleaming iron. It was only between the 17th and 19th centuries that it gradually acquired the hypnotic polychrome appearance that now sears itself into the memory of every visitor. More than just a church, St. Basil's is a profound symbol of Russian cultural identity, having survived fires, Napoleon's attempt to destroy it, and even Stalin's sweeping urban plans, standing for nearly 5 centuries as an immutable. Number 4. The Parthenon, standing proudly on the Acropolis of Athens, Greece, is one of the most celebrated monuments of ancient civilization and a lasting symbol of democracy, culture, and architectural brilliance. Built between 447 and 432 BCE during the height of the Athenian Empire under the leadership of Pericles, the temple was dedicated to Athena, the city's patron goddess, and designed by the architects Ectinos and Callicrates, with the sculptor Phidias overseeing its intricate decorations. Made entirely of gleaming Pentelic marble, the Parthenon exemplifies the classical Doric style, but also incorporates subtle refinements that make it appear perfectly harmonious. The columns slightly curve, the platform gently arches, and no line is entirely straight, a technique that creates an illusion of balance and perfection. At its heart once stood a colossal gold and ivory statue of Athena Parthenos crafted by Phidias, representing both divine power and the glory of Athens. The temple's sculptural decorations, including the famous Parthenon frieze, depicted mythological battles such as the struggle between gods and giants, centaurs and lapiths, and scenes of the Panathenaic procession, celebrating civic unity and religious devotion. Over centuries, the Parthenon transformed with history. It was a pagan temple, later converted into a Christian church, then a mosque under Ottoman rule, and tragically suffered severe damage in 1687 when a Venetian attack ignited gunpowder stored inside, blowing apart much of the structure. Despite this destruction, its ruins still speak of grandeur and artistic mastery, inspiring generations of architects and thinkers across the world. Today, the Parthenon remains a powerful emblem of classical Greece, visited by millions who admire its majestic columns rising against the Athenian sky, its cultural significance as the cradle of Western civilization, and its enduring role as a monument to human creativity, resilience, and the pursuit of beauty. And number 5, Angkor Wat, located in Cambodia, is the largest religious monument in the world and one of humanity's most awe-inspiring architectural achievements, representing the peak of the Khmer Empire's power, artistry, and devotion. Constructed in the early 12th century during the reign of King Suryavarman II, Angkor Wat was originally built as a Hindu temple dedicated to the god Vishnu, later gradually transforming into a Buddhist site as the region's beliefs shifted over time. The temple complex is a vast masterpiece of sandstone and laterite, spreading across more than 160 hectares, encircled by a massive moat and high walls that symbolize the boundaries of the cosmos. Designed as a miniature representation of the universe, the central tower rises majestically above the 4 surrounding towers, together forming the 5 peaks that symbolize Mount Meru, the sacred mountain at the center of Hindu mythology. Every wall and corridor is adorned with intricate carvings and bas-reliefs depicting scenes from epic tales such as the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, celestial dancers known as Apsaras, and detailed chronicles of Khmer history and battles. The most famous of these is the Churning of the Ocean of Milk panel, which stretches for meters and portrays gods and demons working together to create the elixir of immortality. Beyond its religious and artistic brilliance, Angkor Wat reflects the immense organizational skill and ingenuity of the Khmer civilization, With its perfectly aligned structures oriented to the rising sun on the equinoxes and advanced hydraulic systems that supported both agriculture and the sprawling city surrounding the temple. Over centuries, Angkor what faced neglect, natural encroachment, and colonial rediscovery, yet it survived as a symbol of Cambodian identity, now proudly appearing on the national flag. Today, millions of visitors from across the world come to marvel at its grandeur, especially at sunrise, when the temple's silhouette glows against.
In 1882, the first stones were laid, but it has some differences. It has not been constructed for over 130 years. In 1882, the first stones were laid, but after the niche architect